Hey there, podcast lovers. Looking for a fresh take on the world? Tune into Nikki's World, where we dive into everything hitting the headlines and chat about just what's on our minds. No filters, just real talk. Whether you're sipping your morning coffee or unwinding after a long day, Nikki's World is your go-to for genuine commentary on the real world. Subscribe now if you want to hear the real deal on what's going on. Join the conversation on Nikki's World, where every episode feels like catching up with an old friend. Don't miss out.
What's up, y'all? Let's do this.
Oh, hi guys. Welcome to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host, and today, guys, we got to talk about the welfare class who's about to chimp out tomorrow because of the fact that the Schumer shutdown that is caused by Bernie Sanders and AOC, you know them too. They caused the shutdown, and because the welfare class is going to chimp out tomorrow because they're not getting their food stamps. So we're going to talk about that and so much more. But before we go any further, guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, seriously, y'all, can y'all please consider donating a cup of coffee for me? Because for the price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and Cumberland Farms, guys, you guys help keep this podcast show alive. You guys help me curate more stories, more topics like this to talk about. I do accept Bitcoin donations. I am on Ko-fi, guys. If you guys want to support, sponsor, donate, and tip to Nikki's World. If you guys love Nikki's World so much, seriously, y'all, please hit that like, subscribe, please give me a review. Good, bad, and the ugly. Also, guys, I do have a bunch of affiliate links. First off is Minds.com. Minds.com is a Connecticut-based social media platform. They are an awesome alternative to Facebook. So if you guys value your right to freedom of speech like I do, and you guys want to be able to speak freely without fear of being blocked, suspended, or deplatformed, well then, ladies and gentlemen, head on over to Minds.com. Also, guys, I do have the most awesome, and I mean the most awesome affiliate link with Byrna.com. Byrna.com is a less lethal self-defense company, guys. They make their top-of-the-line Byrna SD, Byrna LE, TCR, Mission 4, and their newest, guys, their compact launcher. So if you guys value your right to the Second Amendment, and your right to self-defense, but you guys want to do it in a less lethal manner, well then, guys, head on over to Byrna.com. Also, guys, I do have the most awesome, and I mean the most awesome affiliate link with North Shore Medical Supply. North Shore Medical Supply, they make their top of the line North Shore Megamax diaper, their North Shore Supreme pull-up, their Eterna boosters, guys. So if you know somebody out there that needs to wear adult diapers and that needs to seriously be put in adult diapers like I am, guys, well then, send them on over to my friends at North Shore Medical Supply and they will make sure that they are diapered up and padded up as always. And before we get this show on the road, guys, if you guys love this episode and any of my other episodes on Nikki's World, seriously, y'all, can y'all please consider sharing this across all the social media platforms that are out there today? Wait, what? Wait. That was a mouthful. That was a mouthful. And yes, guys, I am diapered up as always. I am diapered up in my North Shore Mega Max diapers with my Eterna boosters, and I have my wonderful onesies from Little Comforts. So I'm diapered up, padded up. Let's get on with the show, shall we? So, tomorrow is going to be like an Armageddon day because here's the thing. The welfare class in this country is not going to be able to get their food stamps tomorrow. The fact of the matter is that the government is shut down because of Bernie Sanders, AOC, and Chucky Schumer, who all want to give free health care to illegal immigrants and reinstate USAID programs that they wanted to fund. So basically, it's like this. The welfare class is being held hostage by the far left Democrat Party. But the problem is, the welfare class is too dumb and stupid to realize this, but instead listen to the liberal media and then they try to blame it all on Republicans, conservatives, libertarians, all right, independents, and MAGA people. They all try to blame them, but what the problem is, they misdirect their blame when in fact they should be blaming the far left socialist, liberal, communist, progressive Democrats who are responsible for this because of the fact that they want to pander to the illegal immigrants over the welfare class that they've been using for decades to steal votes, to get votes, and basically to buy them off with votes. That's why the welfare class is going to have a chimp out tomorrow because of the fact that they're not going to get food stamps. And some of these people have even threatened to go to Walmart, go to supermarkets, to rob, to steal, and even basically steal off of the people who brought groceries. Yeah, they really are. And I'll give you this one article right here from the New York Post. Few SNAP recipients threaten to loot if food stamps are cut November 1st. Stay the fuck out of my way. I'll read you the headline from this. SNAP recipients are taking to TikTok and threatening to loot grocery stores if their food stamp payments don't go through on November 1st due to the government shutdown. And here's the quote from this. I'm going to tell y'all straight up like this. I just got a text that the link is definitely cut the fuck off for November. Y'all better stay the fuck out of my way in these stores because I'm going to walk out with the cards and I'm not paying for shit. One angry SNAP recipient filmed on TikTok. Another added, you know what? Since they want to take food stamps away, I'm going to fucking Walmart grab anything I damn want and put that shit right in the basket and walk right up out that bit, and I'm not paying for a damn thing. Yeah, that's what these chimps are chimping out over. The fact that the government shutdown is still going on. AOC, Bernie Sanders, Chucky Schumer refuse to open the government because they want to basically use the welfare recipients as leverage to be able to fund healthcare and Obamacare for illegal immigrants, and the subsidies that they want to force the American public to pay is so sky high that no one can afford it. Yeah. So basically, the welfare class is going to have a chimp out. And I'm going to say this on the show, guys. If you don't have to be at Walmart, if you don't have to be at your grocery store on November 1st, go on that day. Don't go. Because what's going to happen is like this: the welfare class is going to have a massive chimp out. They're going to freak out. They're going to literally go in, rob, steal, loot, and try to walk out of there with food. They're gonna do that. But then the problem is these welfare class who don't work, who basically push so many kids from so many fathers or so many guys, they don't know which one is which, you know? And the fact that they're lazy, that the fact that they want to live like socialist lifestyle, like communist countries do, like socialist countries do, they want to live like that. But then the problem is government shut down. We're not giving food stamps, you know what I mean? And then the thing about that, and I want to read this. This also comes from the New York Post, okay? This also comes from the New York Post. Judge orders Trump administration, okay? Let me scroll this to the top. All right. I'm sorry for it. I'm using my keyboard, so I do apologize. Okay. Here you go. Judge orders Trump administration to use emergency funds to pay for SNAP benefits with cut off on Saturday. Gee, let me see. Judge decided to be a politician. That's what I want to know. What is a federal judge decided to be a politician? Decided to be a House of Representative or a senator? What judge thinks that they can force the Trump administration to use emergency funds to pay for SNAP? Here, I'll read you the headline. A pair of federal judges ruled Friday that the Trump administration must use emergency funding to restore at least some SNAP food benefits, one day before the U.S. Department of Agriculture had warned that the money for the program would run out due to the ongoing government shutdown. So you got these two judges in Boston and Providence. And you know what? My opinion on that, I bet you these leftists went judicial shopping. I bet you they went shopping for a judge that would agree with them. I'll bet you. The fact that they went judicial shopping, that should have been thrown out immediately. The fact that they did this is because the far left liberal, socialist, progressive, communist Democrats aren't even listening to their moderate Democrats. Yeah, the far left Democrats right now, they want to give healthcare to illegals, and they're not listening to their own base. This is why you know Chucky Schumer has a bloodbath on his hands. Okay? This is why you know Chucky Schumer is going to be facing a bloodbath like epic proportions. The fact that he is pitting the welfare class against the illegals, and then the Democrats have to pick sides. Who they gonna protect? The welfare class or the illegals? Welfare class, illegals. I don't know, man. I go like this. I'm glad I'm not a Democrat because I'd be like fuming mad about this shit. I would. But hey, I'm an independent. I'm a libertarian. And you know what? Let's fight it out. Let them fight it out. And then this one from CT Mirror, okay? Read you the headline. Trump ordered to pay SNAP benefits. Connecticut officials still want help. Okay? Read you the headline. Two federal judges ruled separately on Friday that President Donald Trump's administration must continue to fund SNAP, the nation's biggest food aid program using contingency funds during the government shutdown. The problem is with this government shutdown is that Chucky Schumer refuses to open the government. But yet Democrats want to use lawfare to force Trump to open the government and force him to pay for the food stamps. I want to know like this, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know like this. How fucked up is the Democrat Party right now? How fucked up are they? They have the audacity to go judicial shopping for a federal judge that would agree with them to force the Trump administration to try and open the federal government and try and force the federal government to pay for food stamps when their own base, their own minority party in the Senate refused government all because they want to pay healthcare and give healthcare for free to illegal immigrants? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. What the fuck is wrong with the Democrat Party? I thank Buddha every day that I wake up that I'm not a Democrat. I thank Buddha that I'm not a Democrat, a leftist, a liberal, a progressive, a socialist, or a communist. I'm glad I am not them. But for them to have the audacity to go judicial shopping to find a judge that agrees with them to try to force the Trump administration to reopen the government when Trump has nothing to do with this shutdown, and they're oblivious to the fact that this is caused by AOC, Bernie Sanders, and Chuck Schumer, and the 45 Democrats that in the Senate that refuse to open the government, but yet they want to pin this all on Trump and make it where it's Trump's fault, Trump's fault. But when in reality, it is AOC, Bernie Sanders, and Chuck Schumer. It's their fault that they closed the government, that the welfare class has to suffer because they voted Democrat constantly and they have to suffer so that their illegal class that the Democrats prefer would rather get aid at the expense of the welfare class? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, guys. The way I look at the Democrat Party right now, they're fucked. They're screwed. They are basically screwed beyond screwed. They literally are, guys. They are basically like this. Fucked beyond fucked, beyond fucked, beyond fucked. They literally are. They literally are, guys. It's simply a matter of like this. You have state Democrats who are being pressured by their constituents to fund food stamps. When food stamps is a federal program that the state administers, and the feds are saying, hey, we don't have the money because Chucky Schumer, Bernie Sanders, and AOC want to shut down the government along with the 45 Democrats because they want to fund Obamacare subsidies to give health care to illegal immigrants for free. I don't know how the welfare class is not seeing this, or they're not realizing that, oh shit, it's not Trump's fault. It's Bernie Sanders, AOC, and Chuck Schumer, along with the 45 Democrats' fault. But yet the liberal media constantly tries to pin the blame on Trump and the Republicans. But when the Republicans are constantly saying, hey, we wanted to negotiate, we wanted to have a clean resolution to keep the government opening so everybody can be kumbaya and happy. But no, AOC, Bernie Sanders, and Chuck Schumer, along with the 45 Democrats, decided that they want to shut down the government because their illegal immigrant class is not getting what they need. Mm-hmm. So you see, this is the Democrats like putting themselves in a corner, and basically they got no way out of this shit. They don't. They literally do not have an out or an exit. The Democrats have put themselves in a corner, and instead of trying to find a way out, they're continuing to shut down the government because they want to back the illegal immigrant class over the welfare class. But the funny thing is, the Democrats use the welfare class to pad their votes. So, to me, guys, the Democrats have put themselves in a bad position. They have put themselves in a position with no way out. They have no way out whatsoever. And the sad fact is, guys, and I'm going to say this, sad fact about this, Democrats have no way out of the mess that they have created. They have created this mess, and now they want to try to foist this on Republicans when Republicans are saying, hey, you 45 Democrats wanted to shut the government down. We let you, but now you're going to have a, a war between the welfare class and the illegal class and the Democrats. So it's going to be a three-way war. But I'm telling you, the fallout from the three-way war is going to get bloody. It's going to get nasty. And it's going to get ugly for the Democrats. How ugly is it going to get? Give you this example from the Western Journal. Watch. Unhinged black women promise to roast and eat white people if EBT suspended, calling them the delectable crackers and cheese. Okay, here you go. Violent, entitled leftists are threatening to loot stores, even hunt down and eat white people if their food stamps are suspended due to the federal government shutdown. In a statement this week from the U.S. Department of Agriculture said that the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program benefits may be interrupted starting November 1st unless Congress passes a funding bill to end the shutdown, which began in October 1st. The SNAP suspension could affect an estimated 42 million food stamp recipients who receive an average monthly handout of $190 per person or $356 per household for groceries. As someone who works part-time, I could use $190 to go buy food at Walmart. I could use that money because I work part-time. But the problem is, these welfare class refuse to go to work, refuse to work part-time, refuse to go to trade school, refuse to go to community college. Even in blue states that said, hey, we'll fund you to go to community college or trade school, and we'll allow you to keep food stamps as long as you're in those two places. But the welfare class wants to live like socialists, communists. They want to live off the backs of the hardworking class, okay, which are working their butt off and getting taxed so much that their tax money is being used to pay for these welfare cheats who sit at home and do nothing. Yeah. To me, as a libertarian and independent, I'm all for letting this go. I'm all for I'm all for taking them off of welfare. I'm all for that. I am perfectly fine and happy if they lose their food stamps on November 1st. I'm perfectly happy because I'm gonna tell you this. This will force them to finally go get a job. Even if it's part-time at, say, what? FedEx, UPS, Amazon, Walmart, Target, you know what I mean? Or Starbucks, even if it's part-time. Shit, it's perfect for them. But these welfare cheats who want to live off the backs of hardworking taxpayers whose tax dollars are used to pay for their like lavish lifestyle where they get their nails done, their hair done, or they get their hair extensions done, and they get to go on cruises off our tax dollars. I'm happy that they're going to lose their welfare. I'm happy. I'm glad. And in fact, I'll be glad that they lose it because it finally gives a reality check that like food stamps ain't supposed to be a permanent thing. It's supposed to help you until you land a job or while you're in community college or trade school, while you're in those programs. It's not meant to be permanent. It's not meant to be like from birth to death. Although these people want to live like government takes care of them from birth to death. No, no, they shouldn't. And I tell you what, these people should literally be kicked off of welfare, fucking find a job, okay, and cry about it. But the people who go on TikTok or X or Instagram or Snapchat and they cry about losing their food stamps, losing their Section 8, losing their cash assistance. Bitch, please. Bitch, come on, bitch, please. Go find a job. Go find a job. I work. I tell people like this. I work part-time at Amazon. I go to grad school. But you don't see me getting welfare. You don't see me getting food stamps. You don't see me getting cash assistance. But I go to school, go to work. Yeah. But I don't get help. But the people who leech off of society, who are a bum to society, who don't lift a finger, who don't go to work, who don't like even start their own business. Yeah. If they started their own business, I'd be fine with helping them until their business thrives. If they were working part-time, like say what, 20 or 30 hours a week, I'd be okay with them getting food stamps. Because I'd be like this, yeah, their part-time job only gives them this much. But food stamps would help on top of it. But the fact that these people like cry, complain, hoot, holler, even like whatchamacallit, have a hissy fit, a temper tantrum on TikTok, and they threaten to like what? Rob, loot, and basically like steal from the store. Well, I tell you what, you go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get arrested. You're gonna get a criminal conviction. You're going to be doing time in prison. You're going to be doing some probation, okay, which might affect your eligibility for food stamps, Section 8, like social services assistance. You'll get a criminal conviction, which means you might not be able to get a job, okay, because if you have a criminal conviction, no employer will ever want to hire you. Yeah, none will. So go ahead. Threaten to like rob, steal from people who walk out of Walmart or go shopping at Walmart. Go ahead, do all that. But you're gonna give us instant entertainment watching you get arrested, watching you get thrown in prison, and watching your many kids that you have at home be put in foster care and be put in the system. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna just sit back in my diaper and onesie and watch the shit show all go down. And watch you people have a chimp out. Yeah. It's gonna be entertaining. It is, guys. I mark my word, guys, it's gonna be entertaining. But I will say this, guys. For the people who have to go out shopping on that day, and when these people are having a chimp out, my suggestion, ladies and gentlemen, carry something less lethal, like a burner, okay? Carry something like a Byrna SD, LE, or the compact launcher. Carry something like that, okay? Because I'm going to tell you this. When these people have a chimp out, when they try to steal out of Walmart, loot out of Walmart, or steal out of your grocery cart while you're loading it into your car, tell you guys, have something on hand to protect yourself. Have something on hand to defend yourself. Because I'm gonna tell you this: when these people are desperate, these people are gonna do everything, including getting themselves a criminal conviction. These people are gonna get themselves thrown in jail. And I tell you what, they're gonna get their like 3 square meals and a roof over their head and basically, free government health care and all that shit at the expense of the Department of Corrections, of course. So go ahead, guys. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Have your chimp out. Have your freak out. Okay? Go ahead. Try to loot. Try to loot. Try to steal. Try to rob people walking out of Walmart with the food. Try. Because I'm gonna tell you this, some of us are well armed. Some of us are armed with less lethal. Okay? Some of us have burners. Okay? Some of you that live in states that conceal carry, that open carry, like in Florida, go ahead. Try it, guys. Try it. Because I'm going to tell you this, it ain't going to end well. And it's going to end up you getting a criminal conviction, you getting a court date, and you losing your welfare and your food stamps. So go ahead, have that chimp out. Okay? Have that chimp. But for the people who are going to go out shopping on tomorrow, be prepared, watch your surroundings, and always have eyes on other people. Always, always, because you know why? You never know what's going to happen. And also, take a look at your surroundings very carefully. Okay? Take a look at your surroundings. That's why I'll give you an example. When I go shopping at Walmart, for example, my burner is in my my gun case bag, okay? But it's an off-body carry. So I have it in such a way that it is on my right hip. So if something were to happen, I could unzip, pull out my burner, and let burner do the talking. It's that simple. And this is why I often tell people, you might as well carry something less lethal like a burner. Because times like this when leftists are desperate, especially the criminal element, especially the welfare element, especially the Andy and Brandy Tifa element, have something to defend yourself. Which is why I'm a believer in burner. Which is why burners, like they say, be your own first responder. Be your own defense, okay? Because when these people are having a chimp out, when these people are having a freak out, and when these people are like pissed and mad because they're not getting their food stamps due to Chucky Schumer, AOC, and Bernie Sanders, and the 45 Senate Democrats who shut down the government because they want to give free health care to illegals and fund their former USAID pet projects. I'm gonna say like this to the welfare class: don't blame, don't blame like Republicans or the MAGA. We had nothing to do with this. We wanted a clean resolution to open the government, keep the government going while we negotiate with stuff like this. But no, the Democrats wanted to use this as leverage, so they're using the welfare class as a wedge to be able to support and enable their illegal immigrant class. Yeah. So to me, ladies and gentlemen, if the welfare class wants to chimp out, don't chimp out towards the Republican, conservative, libertarian, independent, and MAGA group. Don't. Take your chimp out to the Democrats who are causing all this, okay? Who are telling you it's their fault. They're responsible for this, okay? They did all this, okay? And they are partly to blame for this. Yeah, go after them, okay? Go after them, not us, not us. But the people who caused all this, yeah, it's the Democrats. But then the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, the legacy media constantly telling these people, "Oh no, it's Trump's fault. Trump's fault. Trump caused all this. Trump caused all that." How did Trump cause all that when the US Senate is 50-50 split, okay, with the vice president as the tiebreaker, and Senator Thune is the majority leader, where Chucky Schumer is the minority leader? How does the left justify that shit? They can't. They can't. And the fact of the matter is, guys, this shutdown is going to continue because we all know this shutdown is caused by the Democrats. The Democrats want to use the welfare class as a wedge and leverage to be able to give free health care to illegal immigrants. And if the welfare class can wake up, smell the goddamn motherfucking coffee, and realize that you're being sold out, okay, to the illegal immigrant class, yeah, they would rise up and say, look, we're tired of Democrats. We're going to kick them out. Yeah. But to me, as I'm here in my diaper, in my onesie, I know the shutdown is probably gonna continue. And I know this shutdown is gonna be a hot button issue come the midterm elections. Because when the midterm elections happens, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think the Democrats have enough votes to stay in power, especially at the House and Senate. They'll be so small of a minority party, ladies and gentlemen, that Chucky Schumer would be just like what, just the 45 Democrats, that's it. You know, they would be a small minority power. They would. But the midterms are coming up next year, and it's going to be a bloodbath for the Democrats because the welfare class that constantly votes Democrat and left, they're probably going to wake up and smell the goddamn motherfucking coffee and realize that they've been used, abused, and used to pad their votes. Yeah. And they're going to wake up and say, fuck this shit. They're going to jump to the other side. Or they're going to try to splinter the Democrat Party into moderates. Pretty much. Pretty much. But, I do want to say like this. I do want to say like this to the people who are going to shop on Saturday while the welfare class has a chimp out. Watch your surroundings, ladies and gentlemen. Watch your surroundings. Be prepared. Okay? Have a contingency plan. Okay? My advice, guys, go to stores. Go to stores where the welfare class does not have public transportation access to. Okay? Go to Walmarts where they have no way of getting a bus there. All right? Go to those places. Go to those places that have like a well-funded police department. Okay? If you have to go with a buddy. All right? Have a buddy system with you. At the same time, guys, be prepared. Be well armed. If you have to get a pepper spray, get a pepper spray. If you have to get like a concealed carry and you're carrying your pistol permit and your concealed carry weapon, so be it. But if you live in a blue state like I do, carry a Byrna. Okay, carry a Byrna. At least a Byrna SD, LE, or their compact launcher. Carry one of those because as you go shopping, you're gonna see these people like this have a chimp out. These people have explicitly threatened on TikTok, on whatever social media platform out there, saying that they're gonna loot, rob, they're gonna steal, and these people are gonna be desperate. They literally are. And my advice to everyone: watch your surroundings. Watch where you live. Watch where you go shopping. Watch where you park. Mm-hmm. Watch. Because I'm going to tell you right now, these people are going to chimp out. These people are desperate. Okay? These people have even threatened to rob you as you're walking out of, like, what, Walmart, where I live, Stop and Shop, or Big Y. These people have threatened you. As a result, be your own first responder. Be well armed. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to tell you this. The welfare class, they're desperate. They they don't care. They don't care. They're desperate. But they think that they can get away with it because they live in a blue state that will protect them. The legal system don't give a shit. And when these people get thrown in prison for, say, like what, 4 years, minimum 4 or 5 years, and then they have a criminal record, yeah, they're not going to be able to land a job. They're not going to be able to get a job somewhere. They're not going to be able to work at some company. They're not. They're not, guys. But I will tell you this. I will tell you this, guys. The welfare class, they're gonna chimp out tomorrow. And when they chimp out, it's gonna be funny as hell. It's gonna be funny watching what fat, overweight freeloaders who don't do anything, don't contribute to society, who don't go to school, who don't go to work, but expect the John Q. public or Mr. and Mrs. Taxpayer of America or the working class of America to pay for their freeloading lifestyle. I tell you what, I have no sympathies for these people that like are freeloading off us. I have no sympathies. I have none. I have little, okay? I have no sympathies, none whatsoever. And the fact that these people threaten to chimp out, threaten to rob, steal, all because they're not getting their food stamps, it just goes to show that we definitely need to like cut them off completely. We definitely need to cut them off. Heck, it's also a good time to cut them off anyway because look at it this way. A lot of companies are looking to hire seasonal workers for the holidays. The upcoming holidays, they're looking for seasonal workers, like say what? Amazon, Target, Walmart, FedEx, UPS. You know what I mean? Okay? They're looking for seasonal workers. So the welfare class, if you want to chimp out, have a criminal record, have a criminal conviction, yeah, and then be on probation and then be sitting in prison, go right ahead. But if I'm offering you an off ramp to where you can get a job, or you can go to trade school or community college. Take your pick. Hell, as a libertarian and an independent, hell, I would pay for a welfare class, someone on welfare, to go get their commercial driver's license. You know what I mean? Their CNA, their LPN, you know what I mean? Or their HVAC. I would pay for that. I would use my tax dollars to pay for that because those are professions that they can get a job real quick. They can go from like freeloading welfare class to what, middle class, because their profession pays them so well that they don't have to worry ever again. Yeah, but the welfare class has a choice: chimp out, loot, rob, steal, and get arrested, prosecuted, thrown in prison, get a criminal record that prevents you from getting a job, and be a burden on society. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. But an off ramp is where you get a job, even if it's part time, at say what? Amazon, FedEx, Walmart, UPS, Starbucks, Target, and you'll more likely get to keep your what? Your welfare, your food stamps, your medical assistance. Yeah. And you'll more likely get to keep that. But I will tell you this. I will tell you this. The welfare class right now, they're probably making hard choices, and I hope to Buddha they make a good choice. That they go look for work, that they go put the applications in to say what? Amazon, Walmart, FedEx, UPS, and they put those applications in because I tell you what, they're looking for jobs. Even what? Like Amazon's third party delivery companies, they're looking for people. They're looking for drivers. Hell, I know three driving companies that work out of my Amazon facility. They pay their people $21 an hour. That's enough for them to live comfortably. That's enough for them to what? Pay their bills, pay their food, and all that shit. Hell yeah. But these freeloaders who want to leech off of hardworking people like you and me and everyone else, go screw yourself. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, really. Go fuck yourself. I don't care if you starve. I don't care if you starve. You deserve it. You deserve it. This country gave you options: trade school, community college, or work. But you refused because you want to live like a bum. And in fact, That's what you are. Bum. Yeah, that's what you are. You're a freeloading bum. And for the life of me, why should taxpayers like me pay for bums like you? Why? I would rather pay for, let's say, someone coming out of welfare who is working at Amazon, okay, who is going to trade school to get their commercial driver's license, or going to trade school to get their practical nursing or their medical assisting, where they can go work a paying like a higher paying job where they can get off the the working class welfare lifestyle and come to the middle class lifestyle. Yeah, yeah. It makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. But you know what? To the people who on shit talk who say they threaten to like loot, rob, steal from places like Walmart, I hope you have bail money. I hope you have bail money. I hope you have the number of your bail bondsman on your shoe or on your sock or written on your hand. I hope you have that number. I hope you have that bail bondsman's card, because you're probably going to need it once you get arrested and once you get thrown in county jail, or you try to make bail, but the bail's so high that you're stuck there until the outcome of your case. Yeah, I hope y'all have bail money, guys. I hope y'all do. I really, really do. But as I said before, guys, if you're going to go shopping tomorrow, I suggest you watch your back. I suggest you watch your surroundings and go in daylight hours. Don't go at night. Just go in daylight hours, okay? Go with a buddy, all right? Go with places that you shop all the time, that you do during the day. Just go with them, all right? Just literally do. Literally do. But just to protect yourself at the same time, my advice, get yourself a concealed carry permit. If you can't get a concealed carry permit for some reason, get yourself a Byrna, okay? My full link's in the description below. If you go to the actual Byrna website, you get a 10% discount on buying like a Byrna pistol, okay? Any Byrna related products, you get a 10% discount, guys. You want to buy it, because that there right there makes you your own first responder. And when the time comes, guys, you're prepared to defend yourself. You really are. But that's why I tell people the welfare class is going to chimp out. And when they chimp out, there's going to be like repercussions and consequences that they're going to have to face. And when they face those, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to get ugly for them. It's going to get bloody and ugly in a hurry. And it really is, guys. It really is. Wow. That was a good long show, man. That was a good long show to end the week, and then just to be able to say that I've done my 2 shows twice a week and all that. That is, guys. That really is. But I know next week I am like, what? I have an upcoming surgery I have to do. I have a hammer toe surgery that I have to do. So podcasting may be a little bit sketchy because I know I'm going to be under anesthesia, and I don't know if I want to podcast until I'm fully out of anesthesia and all that. So that may be something I may do while I'm recovering. But I know, because I have surgery, I know I'm going to be out of work. I know I'm not going to be like working. So I'm going to be at home recovering. I know I have like paid leave for up to 12 weeks, but that can be reduced based on how fast I recover and how I am able to heal from the surgery. Okay. So I hope the surgery goes well. I hope that I can recover. Okay. Because I know many times, like wearing safety shoes at work, my feet get numb and it's sometimes very painful. So, anyway, guys, I thank you guys for listening to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host. I hope you all have a safe weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.
You just listened to an episode of Nikki's World. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all soon. Bye for now.